Hello, my beautiful little muglets. Today we are playing World of Kings, a hardcore MMORPG. There's a lot to like about this game. We're gonna try and get to as much of it as we can. I do want to mention, firstly, that we are playing in an early access build with like only a few other people, so a lot of the team raid stuff we can't get to, which is rather unfortunate because there is a lot of team raid stuff, high scale, in-depth, intricate things. We can talk about them. There will be some gameplay, of course, but I just thought I should mention that. Secondly, I want to thank World of Kings for sponsoring this video. By the time this video goes up, the game should be live on Android and iOS, so I'll be leaving some links in the description down below, so make sure to check it out. So as I usually like to do with these first impressions style videos is start with the gameplay. You can see the different skills in the bottom right hand side. It plays definitely more on the side of action RPG and less like action turn-based. So you hit a skill, your character does the skill, and damn, there are so many skills, so many different things, it's crazy. I'll be honest, I kind of just hit the auto button because it is quite a lot to learn in such a short time because we only got early access on the 27th, I'm recording this on the 28th, but yeah, of course I was playing some things manually, trying to learn the skills, but there is a lot. But that's awesome because it brings a lot of depth to the gameplay, and that's always something nice to see. And then you have to consider there are 4 races and 27 advanced classes from 9 main systems. Each of the classes has its own skills, and then you can give them talents and professional specialties just to mix and match, and to get your role to its highest potential, you really need to know what you're doing. So that's the basics of gameplay. We can also take a look at character creation. So again, we have 4 different races. We have humans, elves, orcs, and dwarfs. And you can see down there, you can make them a warrior, a fighter, a rogue, wizard, mage, dark sage, cleric, paladin, or archer, based on the playstyle and how you want to play. And each of them can be awakened to 3 other classes. And then you can customize your character's appearance, hair color, skin tone, eyes, etc, etc. It is a little bit simple, which I actually like because I don't want to spend a ton of time in the beginning customizing my character. But if you are the type to like customizing, there are a lot of different outfits they can wear, weapons they can wield, so there is that level of customization there later on in the game, which I actually prefer. So, because usually I don't want to spend an hour customizing my character's appearance and then go into the game. I want to go into the game quickly, play, and then later on, customize their appearance. So I personally appreciate the simplicity in the appearance customization at the beginning. I also really like the flying system in this game. You can hop on your mount and just go fly around, check out the scenery, the maps, it's all really nice. Of course, get to your destination faster as well. And there is a lot to see because this map is huge. Also, with special map events going on, you always have something to do instead of just sightsee. A few other points regarding gear, power, and PvP that I think are really, really cool. So as far as gear is concerned, all the best gear comes from just dungeons, right? You don't have to like buy it. You can get all the best gear just from farming dungeons. A good team and a strong guild are the most important things you need to increase your strength. And as far as PvP goes, so player versus player, here's the cool thing about that. The stats will be automatically balanced. The amount of time you've spent in the game and the power you have accumulated won't really matter. Only the way you play and your knowledge of your character will be important here. The ones that have really invested the time to learn the intricacies and the little details about what makes their character special are going to be the ones with the advantage. Not the ones that have been playing for 2 months longer than you, not the ones that have been lucky with gear drops, etc, etc. It'll be balanced, and I think that's really, really nice. Here we can see one of the types of gameplay I think it's really cool. It is team-based. We're actually only in the tutorial here, so we kind of have some AI bots instead of actual players, but still you can kind of see one of the types of gameplay here. Even though it is just against bots, I had a lot of fun with this. You basically just stay in the radius of this minecart, and it goes forward, and the enemies, of course, can come and try and kill you, and of course they'll try and take the payload back, so they stay in the radius and it go to our side and explode. It's pretty exciting. I tried to just stay in the radius the whole time while my teammates were fighting the enemies over there and just trying to keep them away from the payload so we can get it over to the enemy side. And yeah, that was really nice. Also about dungeons, every dungeon has multiple bosses waiting for the players. They have their own background stories and very unique skills. Some bosses have very powerful AoE skills so that the players need to dodge in advance, and some bosses will keep enhancing their damages against tanks. Players will need to distribute their healing amount reasonably. Some bosses could even wipe out everyone immediately, and the only way to avoid that is working together to interrupt the boss's skills. So that just sounds really, really exciting. You know, you see the boss there building up this gauge and everyone's like, yeah, we kind of gotta maybe interrupt his skills or we're all completely obliterated.
What is the reason you fight? I pray.
Here you can see the unlock class system where we can go and change our class. We are currently a Blade Master, but we can choose to be a Spellblade or a Shadow Dancer. You'll see there kind of the stat pentagon. I think there's an actual word for that, but you can see the difference if they're more geared towards attack, mobility, defense, crowd control, or health. Along with that, they get a pretty much completely new skill set, so a completely different style of playing. We actually went and chose Spellblade, which definitely feels a lot more ranged. The difficulty does say she is a little bit harder to use, but here you can see some gameplay with the Spellblade. I'm just like chucking my swords at the dudes. They can't even touch me. Look at that. Get out of here. Here you can see several of the different mounts. I really like this motorcycle thing. It's just really unique. Here's a fun little cannon mini game. You gotta kill these pirates. You can do that with the giant cannon there. Also, I think the various cutscenes are actually really nice and well done.
In the name of the Black Prince, I call upon the slumbering spirit of the undead. Pledge your loyalty to me and to the Doom Legion.
Here you can see the amount of gear you can have on your character, each thing doing something different, basically increasing your power but in different ways. We also have tons of talents over here to further increase your character's power, to customize them, and there's just so many other things we unfortunately can't get to being on early access and all. But if you're a fan of MMOs, I highly recommend you give it a try. Once again, links in the description. But that will do it for today. Make sure to tell me what you think in the comments down below. Leaving a like if you happen to enjoy is always greatly appreciated as well. Thanks, as always, for watching, and until next time.